Everyone, it's Kim Duramo. I wanted to touch base in this video about some of the things that I am preparing as I'm getting ready to start the next Embracing Health group in June. And these are the main foundational principles of this work that I'm doing and of what we're doing in Embracing Health. And I was going to do this as a video in that group for everyone who's registered for the program, for people to see when they first come in. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to share this in the mind body community, and I'm going to share this publicly on my YouTube channel, because this is something everyone would benefit from. And because some people who are maybe percolating with the idea of coming into this group and working with us live would really, really benefit from. So I'm going to speak to that group, although a lot of other people will also be able to hear this. And so the first premise, there's sort of 8 principles, how I kind of delineated what we're doing. And the first premise is that when we breathe into the deepest spaces, everything heals. And this sounds a little simpler than it might be, because we think the breath is just air coming in and coming out, but breath is life. Breath is love. My willingness to breathe into this moment, even if the moment is really uncomfortable. Like sometimes I remember I went to Catholic school when I was younger, and there would be like a lot of embarrassment if like you did something, or like, oh my gosh, what will people think? Or you said something, or the teacher said something. There was, a lot of energy of like shame as a way of like, teaching. Anyway, I remember so many times when I was younger feeling so embarrassed that I wanted to die. Like, please just let me die now. And what happens in those moments is we stop breathing. We aren't breathing like, relaxed, full throughout our entire being. We're stifling that. Or if we go into fear or shock or something really hard, we hold our breath and we get through it. We don't know that the breath will resource us beyond who we think we are. And so a lot of people trying to heal something that isn't getting better, an illness, anxiety, an addiction, like all pain syndromes, are using the resources of who they already are. They haven't learned to expand into more of who they truly are and into more of that power. And so a huge, huge part of that is in the breath. A lot of times we don't realize we're not breathing, and like, what do you mean? I'm breathing fully. But we haven't actually dropped in to the whole space of where those little nuggets are. And so breathing throughout all parts of you, and you not just like, I'm just this physical body and I end at my, end of my physical body. No, you actually, the being that you are, goes beyond the body. Are you breathing that? Because sometimes that is the exactly access point where breath needs to come in, where life needs to come in to really let something really deep in you heal. The second premise is presence. Presencing anything in the space of love and compassion literally heals everything. And this is sort of the secret of instant healing. Our presence, our awareness of what's happening within us with love and compassion, right? Not with closure. True presence is the medicine. Are you bringing true presence to the deepest spaces of your fear? Are you bringing true presence to the deepest spaces of your pain? Are you bringing true presence, and therefore breath, to the deepest spaces that underlie the chronic illness or the chronic lack or the I never have enough money or the I never have the right relationships or the just where you feel victim in your life? Because that is one thing I have seen to be a universal healer. And that is one thing we do so powerfully in the program. We will presence levels and dimensions of you that you didn't even know existed. And that's so often where the crux of like the core of what's causing the limitation, pain, illness, and lack in your life actually resides. The third one, which is one of my favorite things I'm so grateful to have been able to practice, is deep listening. A lot of times we're like, I'm trying to do the right thing, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do. We're disconnected. And so we think we don't know, but there actually is a part of us that does know. And that part of us is the wisdom. And that part of us might be so subtle, right? And like everything in life is such a gross, louder physical manifestation getting way more of our attention. That subtlety of the wisdom can be so like, I don't think I hear it. And we convince ourselves that we don't know. But what if we learn to listen deeply? Then we can know. We can know exactly what's going on, exactly what needs to change, exactly where we need to breathe, exactly how we need to move to let that energy dissolve. You do have the capability and you do have the awareness. But have you learned to listen deeply and feel everything? Or are you really just tuning into the surface energies of like, well, so-and-so told me this and so-and-so said that. And yeah, I tried that, but it didn't work. And we're in this really superficial dimension trying to make the deeper reality change. The fourth thing is love. And I'm not talking about la 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 la, that feels like the nice and good thing, but then it's like, this is kind of BS because I'm actually in pain. I'm talking about universal love. I'm talking about the unconditionality of what acceptance really does. There is always, always, always space in us for more love, for more acceptance, for more compassion. Compassion is opening, and it's what lets the light or the truth come in. A lot of times our system is running on programs. I can't do that. I shouldn't do that. I have to do that. And we don't realize the closure intention that goes with those programs. And so to allow love, it's totally okay that this is showing up in my life. It's totally okay that I've done it this way for so long. Yeah, let that in. Because one of the biggest things I see of why people don't receive this work is that if I were really in creatorship and my thoughts create my reality, my beliefs create my reality, what I focus on expands, then that must mean this is my fault. It's my fault I'm sick. It's my fault I didn't get better. And I'm just not going to be able to accept that. So they bump the whole thing. But what if we do this with total, full-on embracing of what is? There is no wrongness. There is no blame. There is no, I should have done it sooner and therefore I'm not going to do it now, little trip going on. This moment is the ever-present, potent moment for all of your healing to come in. And if you can embrace what is as it is, how it is now, it only exists in the now, you really access the massive, massive amount of power that is available to you now. All right, the fifth one, which kind of goes along the same lines of what I was saying, is we are creators. We are aligned and one with the essence of what created us. We're not separate from that. We can never be separate from that. We could play it out as though we are and then live in fear and live in lack and live in, I've got to stay tight and be in fight or flight and there's nothing for me to do. Hopelessness. But it doesn't mean it's true. So what if you got on board for what's been created so far instead of making it wrong? What if you celebrated that I'm a creator and I created so much hardship in my life and so much struggle and I love it? What if I created this, I'm at cause, and I celebrate myself unconditionally? What if I created this and I celebrate myself and so I'm free to create it differently? I'm free to create it more in abundance. I'm free to create it more in total amazingness and joy. I'm free to create it that things are easy for me. But I can only have that freedom if I get in alignment with that it's okay, I created it otherwise so far. Because what you resist persists. And if I'm making it wrong, that I've created in limitation, I lose my power. I don't get to access it. So what if I were willing to celebrate that I'm creating all of it, even though maybe some of it has been less than ideal, and I'm willing to celebrate that anyway. Okay, the sixth piece is, what is this really about, right? Our beliefs create our reality. And so sometimes when there's a problem, an illness, a pain, a disease, or like a limitation in my life that I feel a victim to, that's not changing no matter what I do, what is really going on? Because if my wisdom does know, then it's really only my beliefs and my ideas and my perspectives that are not having me see that are having me try to like use those conclusions to create a new reality. But you can't, right? Einstein has even said this. We can't create the solution from within the same consciousness where the problem lies. So in that belief system, and it's not just like your thoughts, it's like the deep unconscious beliefs that you don't even know you're thinking. But if you look at your life, like, what must I have had to believe in order to buy into this? Right? If I'm working in a job I hate and I don't believe, there's any other way to get out, like I don't leave, even though I want to leave, I don't leave. I must believe that there's nothing else available for me. I must believe that it's not possible for me to do something higher. I must believe that I deserve to have it this bad. So like write those down, right? Here's my reality, circumstances, physical reality, emotions. What must I have to believe in order to buy into this, right? I don't deserve better. It's available for others, but not me. Or you might just be like, yeah, this Kim chick is totally high and that doesn't exist and that doesn't make sense. And you're buying into that. You're buying into like, yeah, all those people who are living in joy are just full of themselves and they really have no substance. Okay, there it is. Is this true? Does it serve me to believe this anymore? You can change that. You can change all of that. What's this really about, right? What's this illness really about? Is it about me proving to myself that I don't deserve? Is it about me proving to myself that I should be punished because I think I did these bad things that are unacceptable? Who knows? But we're definitely going to be looking. The seventh thing is when we apply the deeper science, the deeper truths, the lesser science does not apply. So a lot of people will say, but I have this genetic thing, but I have this thing I need medication for, but I have, I've never had freedom in my life. I've had childhood trauma. So won't I always have some sort of discrepancy, like have some sort of limitation? The science or the truth you're living by does have some existence, right? But it's truth with a lowercase t. Like I've had this trauma, therefore I'll be sick. I've had this trauma, therefore I'll always suffer. I did this thing in my relationship, therefore I'll never have love again. Whatever it is. But when we apply the deeper truth, the lesser truths are irrelevant. They literally do not matter or physicalize in your reality. They do not play out. So if I remember, wait a minute, the truth is, I am an infinite being having a physical experience, and therefore I have access to infinite power, unconditional love, infinite intelligence. What if I did let myself access that now? And the deeper science says we are, right? There's a whole quantum reality. That reality is responding to my ideas about it. Reality is showing up according to my consciousness. So what if I start playing with shifting into a new consciousness? What if I let it feel good? What if I let it be a game? What if I let it be a joy? What if I don't make myself wrong and I let myself step into something higher? That's what we're going to be doing. That's everything the Embracing Health work is about. And then the eighth piece is what you want wants you. As vibrational beings, we are constantly tuning in, having awareness and receptivity of what's available in our field. And so if all of a sudden you're yearning for like, I would love that. Oh yeah, no, I can't have that. What if my work were like this? Oh yeah, no, I have to stay in this job because it's safe and secure and it won't work if I go outside of this. Oh my gosh, she healed, could not. Oh yeah, no, you can't. That's not possible. You already tried and you've proven it to yourself. The beliefs will bring you right back into separation, lack consciousness. But what if you let yourself start dipping your toe in the what if, right? If I could access infinite power, yeah, which obviously I know I can't, but if I could, what would that be like? Because the truth is, we are divinely connected. We are pure energy. We are not separate. And there is nothing lacking. I'm not saying you're experiencing it in that way. You're so powerful, you can experience it as if none of that is true. But it doesn't actually make it actually true, right? Like you can't actually disconnect. You can just experience it as if you are. So what if we remember, even in the deepest, darkest moments, that somewhere, somehow, there is connection, there is possibility, there is power. What might it be like if I let myself access that? That is what we are going to be stepping into in the Embracing Health course. So for those of you who have registered, I'm so excited to connect with you. This is a great video for you to just like let some of this percolate. Know how powerful this is. It is more powerful than what you may have imagined it to be coming in. And for those of you who are considering it, feel this out. Whoa, what is she talking about? I don't even know. But what if I let it in? What could it be like if I did let some of this in? So see if you can get things moving. It will speed you up. It will accelerate things. It will feel light. It will get the energy moving. It will allow resources to flow into your life. So if you feel the ding, 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 and you want to move in this direction and join us for Embracing Health, start moving in that direction. Making plans, go and register, whatever is accessible. Don't push yourself. If you are not one of the people who will be joining us for the program, know that it is serving you too. And I am so grateful to have you tune into this video. Share it with anyone you would like to share it with. This is for everyone. These are universal truths. I don't own them. I didn't make them up. I just have awareness of how we do this work and what's possible and how to enter that and how to work with our mind-body system in allowing that to be created. So if you would like to join me, I would love to have you. If you are not in that group, I love you as well. We are all awakening. So do it in the way that is the greatest fit for you. Lots of love. The program is at drkimd.com/health. If you aren't familiar with my work, I'm at drkimd.com. You can subscribe in YouTube, hit the like so other people can find this video, hit the bell if you'd like to know when we are posting something. Remembering Eden said, I'm super analytical and see a lot of this, and I'm working on it, but tend to go in circles because of fear. Yep. So this is breaking the pattern of that, because we will enter the heart, which is a much, much stronger electromagnetic field than the electromagnetic field of the brain or the gut, or where these programs sort of circulate. And it's not just the brain. We have a whole brain in our gut, creating neurotransmitters, creating hormonal signals, telling you, no, don't look that way. You can't do that. But when we resonate with the heart, a higher truth comes in immediately, instantly, and it repatterns what's happening in the brain, and it repatterns what's happening in the gut. This is why I, as a physician, have found this work to be the most powerful way to harmonize the body and allow illness to heal. Will we get help shifting these and embracing health? Yes, that's exactly what the program is for. I will be in there. The Mind Body Mentors will be in there. All of the program content is specifically around these main points that I discussed in this video, and stepping into your greatest level of aliveness, awakening, and vitality. I just want to comb through and see if there are any other juicy questions that we want to touch on. Thank you guys for being here. Lots of love to you. Okay, great. You can submit any more questions if things come up to support@drkimd.com. I or my team will see those and address those. We also have been putting together a page of a lot of the questions that are coming in, because they're like repeating over and over. And we thought, let's put these as a go-to so people can find these questions. So the page is at drkimd.com/health. Even just reading it will start to accelerate awakening within you If it is a fit for you, you will know, you will sense it. And I invite you to work with me and choose it if that is the case. I'm sending you so much love. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you soon.